Hi, everyone. It's Melissa Sprouse Brown, the president of the Three Rivers region of the Porsche Club of America. And today I'm here with Stephen Samuels, who is a fellow car enthusiast. And we're at his warehouse to look at a few of the great vehicles that he has. Welcome, Stephen. Thank you for being with me.
Hey, it's great to be with you, Melissa.
I appreciate that greatly. So I know that you're into cars. I'm into cars. What started that enthusiasm for you?
My first memory was when I was 4 years old. I had a temper tantrum at nursery school in England, and my dad came to pick me up. And he came to pick me up in a light blue Austin Mini.
Oh my
So
gosh.
my very first memories about cars, and it's never stopped.
Uh-huh. Wow. I did not know that you grew up in England.
Grew up in England, South Africa, Canada, and came to the U.S. when I was 7.
All right, I knew about South Africa. And I know that you're going to share some of these beauties with us at Speed and Beauty coming up on Sunday, April 19th at Moore Park in Irmo from noon until 4. Speed and Beauty Concours Elegance. What's behind me so that we can tell folks what they're looking at?
All right, what's behind you is a 1956 Austin Healey 100.
Okay.
So this is actually the second iteration of Austin Healey. This was the best year. And actually this car has a really interesting history because the restorer, a guy named Tom Kovacs in Elkhart, Wisconsin, was friends with Jeffrey Healey, who's the son of Donald Healey. And they got together and they decided that Tom was going to build Jeff the perfect Austin Healey.
The perfect Austin
The
Healey.
perfect Austin Healey. In 1988, they had this conversation. Tragically, Jeff died
Oh, no.
about 6 weeks later of a heart attack.
Oh, gosh.
Well, Tom decided to build the car for himself many years later, 40 years later,
Yeah.
and he did. And so it is essentially very stock, except they've removed the bumpers to show off the lines designed by Gary Coker, which are very graceful, Italian-inspired, very futuristic car for the time. It is Reno red, only available in 1956. It does have a few upgrades that Jeff wanted, which are better carburetors, a Dennis Welch racing cam, disc wheels from a later Austin Healey, and a few other things. But it is an amazing driving car. Even though it's 70 years old, she's 0 to 60 in probably 8 seconds, which isn't bad.
That isn't bad. All right, have you ever tracked it?
I haven't tracked it.
Good.
I need to. But she keeps up in modern traffic, drives very well, and if you don't mind being a lot lower than everything else, it's great.
I drive a Porsche. I'm very comfortable with being lower than everything else.
Yes, you are.
Great. Now, what about this one? This is spectacular. What are we looking at here?
Well, this car is a very special car. This is an Alvis Speed 20 SC. This is the first car in the world ever built with an all synchromesh transmission. So Cadillac invented synchromesh in 1927, but not on all gears. So Alvis had it on all gears on this car.
Genius.
This is a coach-built car, which means that Alvis built the chassis, but the body was built by a company called Cross & Ellis that was a carriage builder.
Aha. Okay. Now I understand the reference.
So coach-built meaning the body is actually an ash frame with a hand-rolled aluminum on top. So all the details, like for example this crease in the wing, so the British call what we call the fender the wing,
Okay.
has this amazing crease that was made by hand. So everything about these cars, they were bespoke, they were built to order, very low production. It's a lovely driving car. It has an independent front suspension, which was quite amazing in 1935.
Now, how did you acquire this?
Well, we had another Alvis, which is also going to be in the show, an Alvis 1925 Alvis 1250.
Have I seen that one before?
You have,
I
because we
think
had
I
it in the
have.
show last year.
I think I have.
So we were in England looking at that car, and I was getting a driving lesson on a crash gearbox, which means you've got a double clutch, not like this car. And my wife Angie was sitting there in the showroom while I was getting my drive, and she came back and she said, "I want that one,"
Okay.
because it's a lovely car. And so these were our first two Alvises.
Incredible. Incredible. All right. So we've got some other ones to look at on this side. You want to share what we've got?
Sure, be happy to.
Okay. All right. Where do you want to go first?
Well, let's go to the little one. So this is one of the smallest cars you will ever see. This is a an Austin 7.
Austin 7.
Austin 7. So extremely popular car. Herbert Austin, who obviously Austin is named after.
Sure.
In the early time after the First World War, they ran into some financial trouble and were taken over and essentially in receivership, and the board wanted them to concentrate on large, expensive cars with high margins. So
Okay.
Herbert Austin took a 17-year-old apprentice out of the shop, took him to his house in the evenings, and in the evenings in his pool room at his estate, they designed this car and then secretly built a couple of prototypes in a corner of the factory.
In secret.
In secret. Then they introduced it to the Austin board, said this is what we want to make, we think this is the car for the time. He convinced the Austin board, they made it, and they sold 290,000 cars.
That's incredible, especially for that era. And of course, it's a right-hand drive because it is from England.
And not only that, Herbert Austin had a contract whereby he made a guinea on every car sold as a royalty.
Nice.
So he was like a Shark Tank guy, right?
I'm all about that.
So
Gotta make it when you can.
he made a fortune. So it's an amazing car, though. As you can see, it's very tiny. It's only 9 feet long.
It's very tiny.
Just over 4 feet wide, but it seats 4 people. This particular car has the fabric body, so the base price was 160 pounds. You could have this one for an additional 5 pounds. You got the fabric body, which is basically a plywood shell with fabric covering it and then cotton batting stuffed inside.
I see.
There's still a lot of Austin 7s left, but the fabric ones are quite rare because they didn't hold up.
Right. Now, is this currently roadworthy?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
She's completely roadworthy. She's not fast. She's got a 10 horsepower engine, 747 cc's.
Fantastic.
But she's easy to
Look at
drive.
that.
Just turn the fuel on, and she's got electric start.
Electric start. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's great.